Evidence. Hey, we've all seen evidence introduced into a courtroom, whether it's in a movie or a television show, possibly even in real life. Pretty simple, isn't it? Or is it? Hey, let's take a look at this week's case. It involves a real situation that arose in DeQueen, Arkansas. And there we had a criminal arrest of 34 people as a result of an illicit cockfighting operation. Now, cockfighting is a sport whereby two roosters, are placed beak to beak. Many times they're outfitted with additional items such as talons that are made of metal. So they are encouraged to fight each other to the death. It's illegal in all states in the Union. Well, in Arkansas, there was this cockfighting ring that was taking place. And, well, the sheriff became aware of it. Arrest took place. Rounded up these 34 people, and they all face a variety of charges as a result of this activity. As evidence, the sheriff did confiscate 200 roosters. 200 roosters. Those are live animals moving around, but they are evidence. Evidence as to what was taking place. The nature of the roosters demonstrates that they were being used in cockfights, and therefore their presentation in the courtroom became important to the prosecutor. When the state brought this case and was trying the case, they needed to be able to demonstrate the kind of roosters that they were using and that in fact it was an organized cockfighting activity which was unlawful in the state of Arkansas as well as every other state in the Union. Okay, so Sheriff Robert Gentry, who was charged with hanging on to these roosters, didn't quite know initially what to do because it was a little bit of an unusual bit of evidence that he had to take care of, and so he wound up putting them in jail. The 200 roosters went to jail, and the inmates in the jail were charged with taking care of them. They were charged with feeding them and taking care of the roosters. Well, that made for a merry sight, I am sure, there in the jailhouse. Not of people confronting situations they had never confronted before. Well, the case went forward. So what is the point of this? What is the point of this? The point of this is the importance of physical evidence, particularly in criminal trials. In criminal trials, there's a doctrine referred to as chain of custody, and that is that a prosecutor who is trying to convict someone must present evidence that can be shown to come from either the scene of the crime or it was recovered as a result of a criminal investigation. The evidence must be able to be traced from the time it was actually acquired, wherever it was acquired, whether it was at the scene of the crime or elsewhere, to the point it's brought into the courtroom. If this chain of evidence cannot be established, then the people representing the defendant can object to having that evidence brought in, because the argument is, how do we know that this is truly the evidence that was obtained at the time that these guys were arrested or as part of the criminal investigation? So we see the extreme importance of evidence in a criminal trial. And in this instance, we see how there in DeQueen, Arkansas, a unique situation was confronted with the need to hang on to 200 live roosters. Okay, we bring you this case, we bring you cases every week. So you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.